Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We have a 20 chapter, right? So now at the chapter 10, we have another 10 chapter to finish our syllabus before May, June 2025. Okay, so now, if you said that microorganism, for example, you said that microorganism. So microorganism can be like, they have a bad microorganism and good microorganism, right? So they have a bad, they have a good. So then we call pathogen automatically microorganism that can cause disease is a bad pathogen. It's a not good pathogen actually, right? It's not good microorganism lah, right? Okay, so that was pathogen. Host is organism which pathogen live and reproduce, like human, animal, everything lah, that one. Okay, which can pathogen will be reproduce, live and reproduce. And then we learn the transmissible disease. That's how we call transmission of pathogen. A disease, okay, a disease that can be passed from one host to another. That's what we call transmissible, transmit. A disease that can be passed from one host to another. That one we call transmissible disease. Okay. All right. So now, group to which pathogen belong? They have a 4. Virus, bacteria, prototis, and fungi. Okay. Virus, bacteria, prototis, and fungi. Okay. Is high.
Yes.
Okay. Is high. What is mean by the pathogen is high?
Microorganism that can cause disease.
Okay, microorganism that cause disease. Okay. Okay, so group to which pathogen belong, right? You have a virus, bacteria, prototis, and fungi. Example disease which they cause, virus can cause influenza. We have influenza A, influenza B, common cold, poliomyelitis, measles, and AIDS. That one is a virus. Okay. Bacteria, cholera, syphilis, whooping coughing, then tuberculosis, tetanus. That one is a bacteria. Okay. Prototis. Okay, morbid dysentery, prototis. Fungi, sleep food, and ringworm. Okay, so that one is example disease, this one for the pathogen, this pathogen, all these pathogen. Okay. So, before we go, how pathogen enter the body? Any questions regarding for this one?
No.
No, right? Oh, Chris.
No.
Okay, no. Chris, I want to ask a question. I mean, a transmissible disease. What is mean by
From one
what?
from one
Yeah, from one host to another. Okay, all right, now. Okay, very good of you, right? How pathogen enter the body? How? Okay, all right. So pathogen can enter the body by the transmission or infection. So transmission, that one movement of pathogen from one host to another. Infection, the entry of pathogen into the body of the host. That one infect. Transmission and infection is a very different thing, huh? Transmission is the movement of pathogen from one host to infection. The entry of pathogen into the body of the host. Okay. So transmission, the movement of pathogen from one host to another, we have a two. We have a direct contact and indirect contact. Okay, we have a direct and indirect one. So direct contact, that one is with infected person or uninfected one. Direct, that one. Okay, transmissible disease. Okay, which is a contagious disease. Example like ni, virus called AIDS. Virus called AIDS called HIV. Human immunodeficiency virus can be transmitted when infected person blood contact in the another person blood. So AIDS, that one. It's very dangerous actually. Any fungus, that one. See, skin infection here. Athlete foot. So can be passed by sharing towel of infected person. So that's why don't share it with your toiletries on. Towel, brush teeth, don't share. Alright, with another person. Then you can cause a fungus or one. So this one is direct contact. Okay. Asha, any question for direct contact, Asha?
No questions.
Mukris?
No question.
Is it clear, Mukris?
No question.
Nana?
No.
Chacha?
Actually, can I ask you a question about the transport in animals?
The what, sir? Can you repeat one?
Can I ask you a question about transport in animals?
Transport animal, which one?
Why does arteries not have valves? Because the function of valves in the circulatory system is to make sure the blood goes one way, and the arteries makes the blood go one way, which is from the heart to the
Oh,
rest.
okay. You want to ask me about the transport of animals, chapter 9. Okay. Okay, can you repeat back, Chacha? That one?
Why does arteries not have valves? Because the function of valves in the circulatory system is to like make sure the blood goes one way only, and the arteries make the blood go one way, which is from the heart to the rest of the body, I think.
You see why actually no valve, why veins only have a valve, right? Okay. Artery and vein, they have a different function. Alright. So artery, it will carry with they have a high pressure. It carry blood with a high pressure. So this one. Here. Okay. Artery will carry the blood with the high pressure. And then vein, it will carry the blood with a low pressure. And then the function of artery, it will carry the blood with high pressure to the whole body. Okay, to the whole body. That's why we no need the valve. Alright, because then you carry the oxygenated blood. It's not the deoxygenated blood. Okay, until that. Is it clear, Chacha?
Yes.
Okay. And then when you carry the high pressure, you need a thick muscular wall. Alright, because you carry the high pressure, it's a very fast one. Alright, very fast, very like if you know the maglev train, it's a very, very, very fast one. Okay, because you carry the oxygenated blood, then your body need a very fast oxygen. Okay, until that, is it clear, Chacha?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, that's why the artery no valve. Okay, because you want to carry the oxygen to the other cell, it's a very fast. Okay, done. Alright. and then they carry to the whole blood. Especially your heart located at the above in your rib cage, right? Actually, I think the left side one. So then it will go down. So means that it will go up, but not too much. All right. So mostly it will go down to the aorta. All right. Go to your leg, go to your hand, go to every part of the body. All right. So that one before I proceed the vein. Is it clear, sir?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Right. And then the vein. So your vein, it will carry the blood, which is a deoxygenated blood, except for the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein from your lung to the heart, right? This one. It will carry the oxygenated blood. Wait. Pulmonary vein, this one. This one. Okay, it will carry the it will carry the oxygenated blood from the lung to the heart. So why you need the pulmonary vein? Because when you want to move when you want to move the blood, all right, which is a oxygenated blood from the lung to the heart with a slow motion. All right, with a slow motion. All right, it cannot be like too fast. If a high pressure, your blood and your heart will be burst. Is it clear, sir? Is it clear, Chacha?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. All right, done. Okay. And then, mostly, why your vein, you need to have a valve. Okay. When your blood, all right, after the oxygenated blood, they reach to the cell that needed the oxygen, then it will like change to the carbon dioxide, right? It will release the carbon dioxide. Okay, so that carbon dioxide will be from the bottom, your leg from the bottom, and then go up. It's against gravity, right? So when you against gravity from the bottom, your leg go to the heart. Okay, you need the valve to prevent the backflow of the blood to the bottom. Is it clear, Chacha?
It's clear.
Okay. All right. So, any questions, Chacha? No?
No questions.
All right. Okay. Okay, come. All right. So, okay, here, direct contact here, one. So, any question for the direct contact before we go to indirect contact?
No.
No, eh? Okay. Okay, so indirect contact, that one. Usually, we have our diarrhea, that one. Pathogen transmitted indirectly happen through maybe in the breathing in the droplet containing pathogen. Okay, maybe touching a surface that someone with a pathogen has touched, maybe. Maybe you eating food or drinking water that contain the pathogen. This one indirect contact. Maybe contact with animal that carry pathogen like influenza, COVID-19. So this one we call indirect contact. So any question for direct and indirect contact one? Asha?
No.
No. Nana?
No.
Acha?
No.
Is high?
Sorry, but can you explain the indirect contact
Yeah, sure can.
again?
All right.
Thank you.
So, indirect contact, that one is a pathogen that transmit indirectly. It's not happen through the person. It's happen through it's non-living. For example, this one is breathing in the droplet. You breathe in the droplet that containing pathogen, one, or you touching a surface that someone the pathogen has touched. Okay, someone that infected lah, that one. So then after that, maybe you eating the food or drinking water that contain pathogen. Okay. So then maybe the last is a contact with animal that carry the pathogen. This one we call indirect contact. If a direct contact, the infected person. Okay, and an infected one. Okay, that one we call direct contact. If indirect, with a non-living, for example, like you touch the surface, you eating the food or drinking water, you contact with other animal that carry the pathogen. Okay, is it clear? Is high?
Yes, it's clear.
Mukris, is it clear, Mukris? On?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so now we go to the body defense. We have a few of the body defense that you need to know, which is the lysozyme, mucous membrane, mechanism of the blood clotting, HCl, skin. Do you still remember the mechanism of the blood clotting? Huh? Do you still remember, Mukris? Do you still remember the blood clotting? Huh?
Is it the one that happened in the coronary heart disease?
When you have a damaged blood vessel. The platelet will release the thrombokinase. Then what happened? It will change what? It will change the P to T, Mukris. Prothrombin to thrombin. So with the help of what? Calcium ion and vitamin K. So then the thrombin do what, Mukris?
It is from fibrinogen to
Fibrinogen to? Tak apa, it's okay. Just in front, tak apa, it's okay. I will, don't worry. If you're wrong, tak apa, it's okay. You just ask the one.
fibrinogen to fibrin.
Fibrinogen to fibrin. Yes, very good, Sam. Fibrinogen to fibrin. So what happened to, then what happened to the damaged blood vessel when you release the fibrin? It will form a what? It will form a great mesh. Then it will trap the red blood cell. Okay, so is it clear, please?
This is good.
Okay, so that's for the mechanism of the blood clotting. You need the mechanism of the blood clotting to prevent the bacteria from entering through the wounds, right? Prevent the bacteria. One. And then lysozyme. Lysozyme you have in the tears, nasal mucus, and the saliva. That all tears, nasal mucus, and saliva, actually it contain the antimicrobial protein. Okay, antimicrobial protein which dissolve the bacteria and destroy one. It's a good you cry. When you cry, you have a tear, your tear it contain of lysozyme. Alright, it will kill all the bacteria that have in your skin. Okay, onto your skin one. So because they have the antimicrobial protein. Okay. Alright, so mucous membrane. So mucous membrane, this one. Here. Actually, they have in the respiratory tract to secrete the mucus. Okay, to secrete the mucus from the goblet cell. Goblet cell secrete the mucus, this one. The mucus contain lysozyme, but inside our body lah, it will destroy the bacteria. Okay, it will destroy the bacteria. Okay. One, two, three. Lysozyme, mucous membrane, mechanism of the blood clotting. Any questions, huh?
No.
No. Okay. Asha, what is a transmissible disease?
Can you repeat that?
Okay. What is a transmissible disease? Means by the transmissible disease.
Is it like a disease that can be passed from one to another?
Yeah. Wait on. Okay. Nana, can you hear me, Sam?
No.
Okay. Nana, what is pathogen?
It's a microorganism that can cause diseases.
Okay. Good job. Okay. Good job, Sam. Alright, so come, we go for the hydrochloric acid. Oh, before we go to hydrochloric acid, is high?
Yes.
Can you explain me back what is the mechanism of the blood clotting? The process, that one. When you have a damaged blood vessel, then the platelet will be clumped at the damaged blood vessel, and then it will release the thrombokinase. And then what happened? The thrombokinase will do what?
Wait, is it the one that coronary artery disease?
No. That one is a prothrombin. It will change to what?
Thrombin.
Thrombin. Prothrombin will change to thrombin. With what? You have a thrombokinase, and then so we will help of what? Thrombokinase. Thrombokinase. So with help of what? Vitamin what? Vitamin?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin K
Wait.
and what ions? Calcium ion. Okay, you need to have a thrombokinase and thrombokinase. Yeah, you need to have a thrombokinase, vitamin K and calcium ion to convert the prothrombin to thrombin. Okay, it's high. After the release the thrombin, what happened? Syam? You will change what? Fibri? Fibrinogen too? fibrinogen to fibrin. Okay, so is it clear? Is high?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. All right, come. Okay, so now, hydrochloric acid, a strong acid in the stomach, it will destroy the bacteria for when you eat the food or drink that contaminated with the bacteria. Okay. So then the skin, your skin, they have a sebum and sweat. So sebum, they have a oil and acid, which is prevent the growth of the bacteria. And then you have a sweat, that one actually contain lysozyme. It's very good for if your body, if you have a sweat, because the sweat contain the lysozyme. So but the skin, all right, it contain a dead cell that prevent the entry of the pathogen. It's a very tough and then difficult for penetrate. Okay, so is it clear, Sam? Any question?
No.
Okay, done. Any question, Izhai, for the body defense?
No questions.
Okay. Mukris,
No question.
Nana, Chacha,
No questions.
and then okay. All right, come. Asha, any question, Asha?
No.
Now we go for the clean water supply. Before we go to a clean water supply, Chacha,
Yes.
can you give me the example of the direct contact?
Eye contact. When someone shakes hands with a infected person.
Mm-hmm. Example disease that you remember, that one in my notes.
Athlete's foot.
Okay. Yeah. Very good. Very good, Sam. Okay, a clean water supply. You have a clean water supply, that one is contaminated water. If you have a contaminated water, you can cause a cholera. So this one, this example, the bacteria for cholera. Bacteria is not virus, bacteria. And also the virus, if you have for the clean water supply, if not clean lah, that one, the virus can cause a polio. So the clean water supply, water must be filtered to remove the dirt and then treated with the chlorine to kill all the microorganisms. That one is the clean water supply. You want to prevent the cholera and also the polio. The poliomyelitis. Okay. Food hygiene, that one. Keep your own bacteria and virus away from the food. Always wash your hand before touch the eating food. Keep your hair out of the food. So wear the uniform, cover their clothes and hair, never coughing or sneezing over the food. See? Okay. So keep animal away from the food, covering the food. Housefly usually have a harmful bacteria on their feet because they may be walking on the rubbish, pieces or dead animals. Right, and mice that one is carry the pathogen. So then you need to wear the PPE for industry. Alright, for the hygiene. Okay, in the industry, the food industry, you need to wear the PPE. Any industry lah for the, if you handle the food or what, you need to wear the PPE. PPE like this one. Mask, handneck, necks, clean room glove, sleeve, lab coat, apron, shoes, covers. Ini safety. Food, this one. So do not keep the food at the room temperature for a long period. At room temperature, bacteria easily to grow and reproduce. So keep the raw material in the fridge because to slow down the bacteria growth. For example, like chicken, fish. And then vegetable and salad need to wash first with the clean water. This one is logically actually. Food hygiene, clean water, personal hygiene also. Waste disposal. Personal hygiene, keep your body clean. You need to wash it regularly using the soap and shampoo. You want to reduce the risk of getting or passing on the transmissible disease. Ani, that one. During hot, we produce a sweat gland in the skin. Alright, sweat gland produce sweat during the hot. So the evaporation of water from the sweat help us to keep our body temperature from the rising to high. If oil, dirt, and sweat are left on the skin for a long period of time, they will provide breeding ground of the bacteria. That's why you can smell unpleasant for the your body. Smell unpleasant one. Okay, your body will be like something that's smelly because of the oil, dirt, and sweat that left on the skin for a long period of time. Okay, so before teacher go to the waste disposal, any question for the personal hygiene, food hygiene, and clean water supply? Asha?
No.
Nana?
No,
Chacha?
no,
Nana, Chacha. Is high?
No questions.
Mukris?
No questions. Alright, the last for the waste disposal, and then we take break for the 5 minutes. Okay? So waste disposal. This one, see? Rubbish in the landfill. So landfill is a place of the waste disposal, one. Landfill site of the rotted by the decomposer, so bacteria. So this one, all this one, bacteria will be decomposed. Alright, bacteria will be decomposed. Organic substance only is organic. It's not plastic. Plastic is a non-biodegradable. We call non-biodegradable, that one. The bacteria, okay, cannot decompose. We call non-bioplastic. Usually plastic lah. So they produce a gas called methane, flammable. For example, like you can smell it from your rubbish, right? Smelly from the rubbish. That one is a methane gas. You can smell the feces, right? That one is a methane gas. It's a very flammable. It can flammable, that one. Especially in the Indian we collected the methane gas. because they have a lot of the feces from the cow actually, right? So they have a methane gas, storage of the methane gas. So then used as a fuel. When the landfill site full, it can be covered over with a soil and grass and tree allowed to grow. It's a very fertilized. The soil very fertilized when the bacteria decompose all the organic substance. And then store the methane. Nice one. Any methane gas. Don't have last time. They're actually like this one lah. And like this one lah. Here. Where's the bio CNG plant one? Okay. All right, come. Okay. So any question for the waste disposal? Is high?
Yes.
Any question for the waste disposal?
No question.
Mukris?
No questions.
Yes. Asha?
No questions.
Chacha, Nana?
No.
Okay. All right. So we have a sewage treatment and then the immune response for and then COVID-19 done. Okay. So now is 8, right? You're now 8:01. So then we take break 5 minutes, 8 until 8:06. Okay, so we will take break as 5 minutes. Okay, so alright, so we start. Okay, now we go for the sewage treatment. Okay, we go for the sewage treatment. Waste liquid has come from the houses, industry, and other parts of the village, towns, and city. A waste liquid sewage treatment. And this one the part of the sewage treatment for the plant process. See, sewage treatment. Include the urine, feces, toilet papers, detergent, oil, and other chemicals. That one sewage treatment. Okay. Sewage contain bacteria, alright, so they may get ill like the poliomyelitis and cholera. Cholera is a diarrhea. Cholera is a diarrhea. Poliomyelitis is something like when I show you the picture. Cholera is from the bacteria. So maybe you can cause like dehydration. Ni poliomyelitis. This one. Ni the poliomyelitis. Ni poliomyelitis. Okay. Alright, so poliomyelitis here. So I put a picture here. Okay. Right? Ni poliomyelitis. Okay. Any question for the sewage, Asha?
No.
No. Nana Chacha, any question for the sewage?
No.
Is high?
No questions.
No. Mukris?
No question.
Okay. Now, cholera. Okay. Cholera is a serious. So cholera is a serious transmissible disease caused by the bacterium. So cholera is a serious transmissible disease caused by the bacterium. It's not the virus, Virus is like influenza, cold flu, right? Common cold. That one is a virus. Now it's a bacteria. Okay. So you can spread through the water, so food and contaminated with a feces. Right? That one is a cholera. And then that cholera, it will live in the small intestine and produce the toxins. Okay? Alright, first, cholera is a serious transmissible disease caused by the bacterium. And then bacteria can spread through the water, food, and contaminated with a feces. And then this cholera, this one, the cholera here, it will live in the small intestine and produce toxin. This one that's one very dangerous actually. Okay, because cholera, it will produce toxin. Okay, this toxin is very poison, that one. Okay, this toxin is very poison. So why? Because when this bacteria will produce toxin, the cholera produce toxin, it can stimulate the cell lining, the intestine to secrete the chloride ions. This one you need to remember because they have in your paper 4, the subjective. They said that, I think the 4 marks, something like that, 4 marks. 4 marks. They need you to write how the bacteria, the cholera can cause a diarrhea. This one. You need to say that cholera will produce the toxin. Alright, this bacteria will produce the toxin. Okay, which is poison. which is stimulate the cell lining of the intestine to secrete the chloride ion. Okay, how? Okay. Okay, the first, this one like process one. Okay. When you have a cholera in your small intestine, automatically this one will produce a toxin. Okay, so toxin is body poison. And then it can stimulate the cell lining, the intestine to secrete the chloride ion. Okay, the toxin, that one. Okay, it will stimulate the cell lining of intestine, small intestine to secrete the chloride ion. Okay, this ion, it will accumulate in the lumen of the small intestine. Actually, the chloride ion, all right, this chloride ion from your blood vessel. Okay, from your blood vessel. Okay, and then the chloride ion will go to the lumen of the small intestine. So after that, it will increase the concentration of the fluid in the lumen and then lowering the water potential. Okay, it will lowering the water potential in the small intestine one. The lumen like this one, ini lumen. Ini small intestine you, the one. Okay. They have folded villus. This one lumen. Alright. And then the blood vessel is from the blood capillary. From your villus. Villus, villi. Okay. That bacteria. Okay, this bacteria, the cholera, it will secrete toxin. And then when secrete toxin, this toxin will stimulate the cell lining of the small intestine one to secrete the chloride ion into the lumen. So you have a lot of chloride ion. This one you need to relate with your chapter 3. When you have a lot of chloride ion, so the water potential in the lumen is low. Okay, water potential in the lumen is low because you have a lot of solute. You have a lot of chloride. So chloride from your blood vessel. Okay, until the blue one here. Okay, until the blue one here. So, any questions, Sang? Is high.
No questions.
Mukris?
Wait, teacher.
What?
What was the diagram you draw called?
This one? Here. Is it? The diagram this one is high?
The one that you just draw.
Oh,
Is
the
it that
one,
one?
here, that one I circle here, this one? This one?
Yes.
Oh, the small intestine, that one.
Can you explain small intestine like what you explained?
Okay, this one, yeah, that one I draw. Here is your small intestine one. Small intestine, actually, you have a lot of villus for absorption. That one we learn in the chapter, I think chapter 8. Chapter 8, Transport Animal, chapter 8, chapter 7. Chapter 7 or chapter 6, something like that one. About the digestion. And then this one we call a villi or villus. So you have a blood capillary. Alright. Okay, so this one we call lumen. So when that bacteria, when you eat the contaminated food, for example, like that have a contaminated with feces, contaminated food or drink, something like that, that you drink or you eat. So then it contain the bacteria cholera, right? So bacteria. So this bacteria will produce toxin. When it produce toxin in the small intestine, automatically the toxin will attach to your epithelium. All right, your toxin will touch your epithelium. All right, and then it will force the chloride ion from the blood vessel enter into the lumen of the small intestine. So water potential in the lumen will be low. Okay, is it clear? It's high.
Yes, it's clear.
Supposedly the water potential in your lumen, in the small intestine one, is higher. But now the water potential is low because chloride ion from the blood is diffused into the small intestine, due to the toxin. Supposedly chloride ion in your blood vessel, it cannot be transferred into the small intestine. Cannot, no one. This one due to the toxin of the bacteria cholera. That toxin can diffuse the chloride ion from the blood into the lumen, into the ileum. And this one we call ileum. Small intestine we call ileum. Ileum. Okay, so is it clear? Is high?
Yes, it's clear.
Mukris, is it clear, Mukris?
Can you explain
The what?
these ions accumulate in the lumen of the small intestine?
Explain the what?
Can you explain the lumen part?
The lumen part. Okay. All right. Okay. This one is a lumen of the small intestine. All right. The lumen that one here. This one. This one is blood vessel in your body lah, that one. Okay. So now you see the chloride ion, Cl minus chloride ion here. Okay. When the cholera, this one cholera, the bacteria cholera here, that one I circle in the small intestine, because you eat the contaminated food, it will flow from your esophagus, go to the stomach, go to the duodenum, and then it will go to the small intestine, the part of ileum. Okay, until that, is it clear, Mukris?
Yes.
Okay, then this cholera will produce toxin. Toxin is a poison. So when you produce toxin will invade into the into your villi. This one we call villi here. Okay, villi. Villus. In your villus, then you have a lot of blood capillary, right? Okay. And that, is it clear, Mukris?
This is clear.
Okay. So then, this toxin, it just causes the chloride ion, Cl minus. Okay. Right? It will causes the chloride ion from the blood vessel move into the small intestine. It's not only one, a lot. All the chloride ion. It's not all lah. It's I can give a percentage. It's a 70%. Chloride ion into the small intestine. Okay, until that, is it clear now?
Yeah.
So when you have a lot of chloride ion in the small intestine, and causes the water potential. So the water potential in the small intestine is a low. This one chapter 3. When you have a lot of water, when you have a lot of the solute, the ion, the everything in the small intestine, the water potential become low. Okay, until that, is it clear, Mukris?
Yes, it's clear.
Chacha? Is it clear, Chacha? Until here.
Yes, it's clear.
Hana? Nana?
Yes.
Asha?
Yeah, it's clear.
So then the water potential become lower than water potential in the blood. So water potential here, lower. And then water potential here is higher lah for the blood one. So water will be moved out from the blood into the lumen of the intestine by osmosis. Because osmosis from high concentration, higher water potential to the lower water potential. So then it will move into the small intestine here. By osmosis. Okay, so answer that. Is it clear, Asha?
Yeah, it's clear.
Nana, is it clear, sir?
Yes.
Chacha?
It's clear.
Is high?
Yes, it's clear.
And then Mukris?
Yes, it's clear.
So then what happened? When more water, it will go into the small intestine. And then chloride ion also more to the, will move into the small intestine, the lumen of small intestine. It causes your body become dehydrated. Your blood will be less water, less chloride ion. And then your body will be dehydrated. So then a lot of water will go in the canal, will go to the large intestine. When you have a lot of water in the small intestine, then that water will go to the large intestine, that one. Your canal. And then it causes the watery diarrhea. That's why your body become dehydrated. When you have diarrhea. Alright? Ah. I need the short, the short information about the process. Cholera bacteria are ingested and multiply. The bacteria attach the wall of 11th canal. It's a small intestine actually. It will produce toxin. Toxin cause the chloride ion to be released. And then release of ion cause the water to move into the lumen or by osmosis. A lot of water in the canal, watery diarrhea. And then the blood contain a little chloride ion and water. Okay, so you need to know one, because the process is very important. It's a lot in your paper 4. 4 marks. Okay, 4 marks one. Okay. So, Asha, is it clear, Asha?
Yeah, it's clear.
Mukris, is it clear, Mukris?
Yes, it's clear.
Is high? Is it clear, Sam?
Yes, it's clear.
Nana, is it clear, Sam? Nana Chacha?
Yes.
Okay. So done for the cholera, that one. Now we go for the immune response. So immune response about the anti-immunity and passive immunity. And the last is cholera. Okay, cholera, COVID-19. It's a new subtopic actually. Okay, the immune response. Different between antigen and antibody.
So this one refer for your white blood cell, leukocyte. So this leukocyte, white blood cell, lymphocyte. Okay, you learn is a lymphocyte and monocytes, lymphocyte and phagocyte. Okay, you need to remember, lymphocyte produce antibody. Phagocyte will do the engulf or eat the pathogen. Okay, lymphocyte produce antibody. Phagocyte will engulf or eat the pathogen. Okay. So white blood cell, leukocyte, it will produce antibody. It will destroy the pathogen. Lymphocyte lah. Okay, and then you need to learn the this one antibody. You need to know what is the antigen, antibody. Antigen is a molecule that found on the outside of the pathogen. This one pathogen here. You see the green one. That one is a antigen. The antibody will be attached to antigen. The antibody is a protein molecule with a particular shape. So this shape is complement to the shape of the other molecule, antigen. Easier for phagocyte to destroy them. Okay, that one. So the antibody. So any question for antibody and antigen? Is high.
No, no question.
Nana, Chacha, any question for the antibody and antigen?
Can you explain the difference between antigen and antibody again?
Yeah, sure can. Okay. Antigen, that one. So which one antigen? This one, the green one. They're located at the pathogen. Now this one, the purple one, that one is a pathogen. So which is a microorganism that can cause a disease. Okay, so antigen is molecule that found on the outside of the pathogen. Okay, so is it clear, Sam? That one. Okay. Now antibody. So antibody, protein molecule. Same. This one molecule, but the antibody is a protein. Because antibody, hormone, enzyme is made up from the protein. Okay. Protein molecule with particular shape. They have their own shape, that one. So this shape is a complementary to the shape of the other molecule. It's complement lah, that one. To complement to antigen. Easier for phagocyte to destroy them. Easier for the phagocyte to recognize that one is pathogen and then we engulf to destroy that one. Okay, so is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, it's clear.
So antibody ini actually function that one. It will bind to the antigen and stop the pathogen from dividing or moving. It will stop that one. It cannot move, it cannot dividing that one because all the antibody will be hold the antigen. And then the function also same, easier for the phagocyte to destroy them. So that's why when you have a fever, the lymphocyte, when you have a fever, swollen, all right, your lymph nodes, actually lymph nodes, the lymph nodes will produce the more lymphocyte, and then lymphocyte will produce more antibody. to fight the pathogen. Like this one. If you further continue for the medical, you will learn you have a 5 type of the what you call the process of the antibody. You have a 5 type, which is a agglutination, opsonization, and then neutralization, and then lysis. This one is a SPM will be learned. IGCSE, no. I just showed to you that one just for your knowledge. This one. 5 type of the antibody. Agglutination, neutralization, precipitation, opsonization, lysis. Right? That one not in the IGCSE lah. SPM, yes. The type of antibody. IGCSE simple one. You need to learn lymphocyte and phagocyte. But in SPM, you need to remember the 5 type of the leukocyte, white blood cell, which is the basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil, lymphocyte, monocyte. Lymphocyte, monocyte produce the lymph nodes, and then basophil, eosinophil, neutrophil produce the bone marrow. That one is in IGCSE, in SPM. IGCSE only lymphocyte and phagocyte. Lymphocyte produce antibody. Phagocyte, it will engulf the pathogen. It will eat the pathogen, destroy the pathogen. Only that one. Very simple. Okay, for the IGCSE. Okay. Until the last immune response, and then active immunity, we continue next week. Okay. We finish this one first. Immune response. The reaction of the body to the presence of the antigen. Reaction of the body, okay, to the presence of the antigen. It involves the production of antibody. Ini immune response. So the reaction of body to presence of the antigen. Okay, so they have antigen. And when you said antigen, so means that antigen onto the phagocyte. So then you need the immune response. Okay, it will produce the antibody, production of antibody. See this one. So this virus, this one, the virus or bacteria, it will enter the cell. This one cell. And then the virus will be what we call it will be like multiply. It will be reproduced, multiply, that one. By mitosis, produce a lot of the pathogen. So this one, see? We have a T helper cell and then T killer cell. This one is your lymphocyte. Then you have a B lymphocyte. T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. Lymphocyte, they have a B and T. The B lymphocyte, it will produce the antibody. They produce antibody. Okay, right. For IGCSE, you just need to know lymphocyte only. No need to know T and B. When you further for the medical school, and then you need to know. Okay, so any questions for this one? Asha?
No.
Nana?
No.
Chacha?
No.
Isai?
No question.
Mukris?
No questions.
Alright, Sang. So we stop here. So we continue this one next week. So next week, inshallah, we'll be finished for active, immunity, passive, and then the last is a COVID-19. So then next week, please be prepared. Chapter 1 until chapter 9, I will be random, so right, for the quiz. So I will tell you what chapter will come out like 6:30 p.m. So then you need to study lah chapter 1 until chapter 9. Okay, Sal.